Welcome back to Triple Up Sports Talk. I'm Josh. Troy right there. 129. We're only 71 away from 200, just to let you guys know. Going to be a big episode at 200. So just count down to 79 weeks for that. Or 71, excuse me. Had the draft this week. We're going to wait because I don't think we're going to take too long in baseball. We'll be able to jump to draft content. So we're going to start with baseball. We're going to go through it. I'm going to go over the standings. We're going to breeze through this. Yankees, first place in the AL East, 18-10. Tampa, 1.5 behind them, 16-11. 5 back of New York. Baltimore, 13-15. Toronto, 12-15. And Boston in the cellar at 11-17 and without a head coach or coaching department. Alex Cora is gone. Shockwaves through their organization. A lot of players were not happy with it, and they were basically told to shut up and play baseball. Basically what they were told.
Yeah.
Out in Central for the American League, Cleveland leads 15-14. Detroit, same record, 15-14. Minnesota, of losers of 5 straight, 12-16. Kansas City and Chicago both tied in the cellar, 11-17. Out west of the American League, Athletics lead 15-13. Rangers 14-14 game back. Seattle 14-15. Angels 12-17, and Houston still at the bottom at 11-18. Out west, best record in baseball belongs to the Atlanta Braves at 20-9. Miami Marlins, second place, but 6.5 back, so pretty big gap for this early. 13-15. Nationals 13-16. And then the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Mets both at the bottom at 9-19. In the Central, Cincinnati 18-10, Chicago 17-11, Pittsburgh 16-12, Milwaukee 14-13, and the only team in last place in baseball with a winning record, the Cardinals 14-13. Out west, Dodgers 19-9, Padres half a game back 18-9. Arizona 15-12, Giants 13-15, and Rockies 13-16. Not as bad of a record as you'd think the Rockies would have at this point, but it's early. Roy, got anything for me?
I mean, I'm really just the Milwaukee Brewers. They're the ones surprising me at 14-13. Yes, they got a winning record. They're only 3.5 back. That's one team I just was like, I mean, they've known for winning, even with an undervalued team or even a less talented team. And I mean, they just continue to do it. But I mean, they're not out of it. But that's just kind of surprised me with the way they are. And then, I mean, Boston. That is just crazy. You know, to 28 games into the season, you just say, you know what, we're not doing it. I mean, like you said, they didn't just get rid of the manager; they got rid of 5 other coaches. I mean, even their beloved Jason Varitek, who I fucking hate. They got rid of him, and I mean, as an advisor, that's just. I mean, it surprised me. I mean, they're 11-17. They're 7 games back. It wasn't like it's June and they're 25 games back or anything. But that's just crazy. Just crazy to start this year like that.
Yeah, that tells me there was a disconnect, not an argument, but something not being agreed upon. I don't know if it's lineups. I don't know if it's player. I don't know what their disconnect was. You don't fire a manager that's 11-17. That's not even. I mean, don't get me wrong. Should this team be better? Yes, I do think.
A coach. They're young. I mean, they got some young guys.
I mean, the baseball industry loves Alex Cora as manager. And just shocking to me. Something tells me that ownership wanted more control than they probably needed to do. Alex Cora said no, and it's been boiling, and it's just they broke.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go over too much more drama over Boston. The AL Central's a mess. Cleveland, Detroit are really the two that, in my opinion, have a chance to win that. Both same record, good for them. Out west, again, kind of jumbled up there at the top. Athletics, Rangers, and Mariners. Still think the Mariners are the best team, but I could see a world where, the Athletics play well enough, but it's so early. I still think Seattle wins. Atlanta's been the surprise team for me. So, I mean, 65 run differential tells you how good they've been.
Yep.
I still think their pitching has got to come back down to earth. I just do. But they are hitting, and that is one thing they've always done has been streaky hitters. And they're streaky long enough, they'll get a good enough record. Central's very competitive out in the National League. I mean, 14-13 is a respectable record in the National League. This is. I mean, I could sit here all day and talk to you about the Phillies and the Mets. It is actually unbelievable how bad those two teams are. The Philadelphia Phillies have no reason to not be 10 games over 500. And they're 9 and
not been good.
I mean, at least the Mets they've had injuries. Their pitching rotation was hurt early. Juan Soto missed 3 weeks. I'm not saying they should be 9-19, but at least they have. I mean, the Phillies have been pretty much healthy all year. They've just all underperformed. I mean, their pitching staff's been abysmal, other than Christopher Sanchez. But still, I mean, they're 5-10 at home. When was the Philadelphia Phillies 5-10 at home in the last 10 years? Maybe not ever.
Probably never.
4-9, and against teams over 500, they're 3-13. Like, they're just not beating good teams. But I don't really have a whole lot.
What do you think? What do you think of American League East? You look at the run differential. Everybody is negative except for the Yankees.
Well, yep.
I mean, that's unreal. I mean, look across the American League. Period. There's only 4 teams with positive run differential.
Yep, you're right. And Minnesota's positive, but they're 0.
They're 0.
They will not finish positive. I can promise you that.
It just amazes me that you got teams. I'm like, Toronto's -23, Houston -23. The A's are leading the West at -8. I mean, I just don't get. Hitting's been a big thing because pitching and the good teams are pitching and doing some hitting. The bad teams are hitting but not pitching. It's just been a big crazy here.
I mean, Toronto has just been banged. If I think about out east, Toronto's just banged up. I mean, they're missing a lot. They're also not getting very good performances from a few people who they hoped. You look at Max Scherzer. I didn't think Max Scherzer was going to be very good. I didn't expect him to be BP, though, either, after their playoff run. I mean, he got like a 9 ERA. Trey Savage is
40 years old, a 40-something.
I mean, I agree, but when you pitch to a 2.2 in the playoffs, I expect you to maybe have like a 4 or a 5 the following year. But Trey Savage has not pitched yet. He should be back. But outside of that, I mean, Gosman's been good. I think he's come back down to earth since his blazing 2 or 3 starts. I mean, we just talked about Boston. I wasn't as high as Boston as some other people because I didn't like their lineup without Bregman. Maybe not this bad. But they're just not hitting, and they're also not pitching well either. Some of their, like Sonny Gray has not pitched well. Crochet has been.
Sonny Gray cannot do big markets. I mean,
I agree.
We've already proved that.
I think the team to me is Toronto. They've just been banged up. 12-15 is respectable for having a -23 run differential. I expect them to turn it on at some point. I chose the Yankees to win the division, and I think they're clearly the best team in this division this season because no team, maybe outside of the Mariners in the American League, I'm talking, not the other leagues, maybe Detroit as well, have the starting pitching that the Yankees do, and they're about to get Garrett Cole and Carlos Rodon back. Again, I don't think we'll see the Garrett Cole 2022 ever again, probably. Maybe in a playoff series where he can just let it all out, but not in like a regular season platform. I don't know what to expect from Carlos Rodon, but you can never have too much starting pitching, and I know that they're going to deal from it at the deadline. Somebody with Heel, Weathers, Warren, somebody in that bottom half will probably be on the way out. The question will be for the Yankees, can they hit good starting pitching without striking out 15 times a game? Because we beat the hell out of teams with bad pitching and just beat the hell out of them. And then we face a Trey Savage who's got a good splitter and fastball, and there's 6 innings with 11 strikeouts. So we'll see.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how because Stanton just went down. Going to be down for a while, and then you bring in Dominguez, who's red hot in the. Mm-hmm. They still, to me, need some quality third baseman. I still not Jazz Chisholm fan, so does not. So I think they need to bolster some positions. Shortstop, I mean, Caballero has been way better than I thought he would be.
He's been red hot the last 2 weeks.
But there's just no way he's going to perform like that the whole year.
I don't even think he'll have the starting job in 2 weeks from now. I just don't. I'm not saying he shouldn't. I'm just saying I don't think he does. When Volpe is back up, they will let him play basically every day. Maybe not every single game like we're used to. Like they might give him a day or two a week, but like he's not sitting 3 or 4 times in a week. It's just not happening.
No.
But we'll see. It's still early. Some players haven't even clicked yet, and Aaron Judge had a 200 batting average at the end of April last season, and he had one of the best seasons I've ever seen. So some of these teams have not had their best players click yet, and it's still so early. So that's all I got really. But I do want to go to players of the week, and I'm going to go first this time, Roy. Usually you go first. You guys didn't hear this live, but Roy was talking about his player of the week, not who it was, just some context clues. So he didn't want to do a Yankee because it would probably just be Ben Rice, which I agree. Didn't want to do a pitcher. Well, I got a double whammy for you, Roy. I went with a Yankee and a pitcher.
Probably Cam.
Cam Schlittler, man. I'll tell you what. This dude is a budding superstar in this league. I have never seen someone – now he's going to have Tommy John eventually. Like, that's just going to happen. So he's going to miss 2 years. But he throws a fastball, he throws a cutter, and he throws a sinker. Now, he does throw off speed, but like 3 versions of the same pitch. One goes straight, one dips right, one dips left. And I'll read you his stats for the season. He's 6 starts, 1.77 ERA, 35.2 innings pitched. He's given 22 hits, 7 earned runs. He's only walked 4. He struck out 41. His whip, for people who don't know what whip is, basically means how many runners get on base via hit or walk in an inning. 0.73, which is excellent. And then, I also take into account, well, who's he played? Because, a starter can go out there and strike out the Kansas City Royals this season, all again. He's played Seattle, in Seattle. He's played the Athletics, who have a pretty solid lineup. He's played Tampa, who's been pretty much not red hot, but they've swung the bat well this season. The Royals, which they're not very good offensively, and Boston, who in Boston, but has struggled offensively. And I watched the game, and I really picked him this week because of his Boston start. He did not have his best stuff. Couldn't really command his fastball or his sinker. He was still in the zone, but you could tell he wasn't hitting like a low and in spot. He was missing up. He was missing over the plate. 8 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, and it was a solo shot over the monster. Home run in 2 of 30 ballparks, Houston and Boston. He walked 1, and he only had to strike out 5, which we know he strikes out more. Through 96 pitches, 70 of them for strikes. For not having your ace stuff, that's a great performance in a, I would say a hostile environment in Boston, New York rivalry. Player of the week, Cam Schlittler.
And he's from the Boston, Massachusetts area. So that made a little extra pressure on him when he was up there. No, yeah, I mean, Cam has been good. So has Max Fried. So, I mean, they're both probably top 1, 2 in the Cy Young right now in base or in the American League. So,
yep.
I went with the American League East team. I did. I said I wanted to go with a hitter this year. We talked about the Blue Jays. I went with their best player, their hottest player. The only one's probably that's performing for him. And I went Vlad Guerrero Jr. This year so far, he's batting .340, which is 4th in the league. He's second. He's only got 2 home runs, which is below average, and he's only got 14. His OPS is .886, but he has been red hot in the last 4 games, where he's over his average of 340. And he's hit at least 1. He's hit 1 home run since in that time. For a team that's struggling, he has performed. I watched his dad play. Vlad does not hit the home runs like his dad, but he does. He has a way better batting average than his dad. His dad was an all for nothing, kill that ball or not. Vlad's a better hitter, a better first base, and better very good. Got this contract that he won. He's $500 million. Yeah, so he's a player that first baseman in a crappy organization, which I don't think Blue Jays is a very run organization. I mean, they try, but they're just not. That's just not them. Vlad Guerrero is my player of the week.
Yep. All right, to our MLB draft game. this is the last episode before the month of May will start. So we do have the chance to upgrade our team. I'll read the things as of Sunday night. That's when we're counting all our stats. So as of the 26th, finishing, Roy leads 93 wins. He's had a really good last week.
I had a really good couple days.
Really good. Bryce has also had a good week, I would say. Cubs went on a 10-game heater, helped him. Twins have been solid. He's been solid everywhere. He just hasn't really, other than the Cubs, he doesn't have anyone who's, well, and the Braves. I forget about them. The Braves have been good. He's got 84. I'm 3 back of Bryce. I have not had a good week. Brewers can't win. Orioles can't win. And the Mets have just been – every year I start with one of the worst teams in baseball the first month. Last year I had the Braves, and they went like 9-20, just like the Mets. So I'm going to have first pick to make a change now. These won't go into effect until May 1st, but we can still make the change now. I am going to go first, and I am going to drop the Mets. I just have to. Even if they turn it on, I can't bank on that. I'm going to take Cleveland, probably the safest team in baseball. They're just going to get me about 66% of their games are going to be wins. 33 are going to be losses, and that's just going to be how it is. They're not going to go on heaters, but they're not going to go on a losing streak. I've already talked to Bryce. Bryce is going to sit. So, Roy, that leads you. Roy, you got any changes you want to make?
Yes, I am going to drop the Royals. They've struggled to start the year off. They're not hitting the ball. 11 wins. And I'm going to go. I had a couple teams I couldn't decide between, and it says that second tier. So I'm going to go with the Rangers just because their pitching staff's way better. They do have some hitting, and they have a easier schedule in May. So
that's a good pick. I like it. It's funny. If I could have picked 2 teams that I thought had a chance to get to me in our initial draft, my tier 2 teams would have been Mets and Royals.
Well, I should have let you have the Royals.
Yeah, because if they were there, I would have taken them over the Orioles.
No, I was debating between the Rangers and the Diamondbacks, and Diamondbacks have a little bit of strong, weak or harder schedule.
Yep. That was my 2 teams. I was between the Guardians and the D-backs, and I looked at their schedules, and D-backs do have a tough schedule this month, so I decided to go Cleveland. And then I don't think we're going to make any other changes, are we?
I'm done, and Bryce didn't want to do any, so.
Yeah, once Bryce says he's done, he can't go back unless it's a team that one of us dropped, and he does not want the Royals.
You don't want to take the Royals?
Nope, I don't.
You said you wanted them. I mean, that's your team.
If I could take Bobby Witt off that team, I would. If you take Bobby Witt off that team, they might not have a win yet. That's how bad they've been hitting.
Yeah,
I mean, it's been atrocious to watch them hit, which sucks because I love Bobby Witt so much.
Well, I mean, guys like Bobby Witt drive me nuts because they're so good. Probably one of the best talents in the game right now, and they're wasted away in Kansas City.
Yeah.
So
I mean, just gotta develop. I mean, they just gotta develop. Usually, small market teams like that are a little bit better at development than some teams. Like maybe not as of recently, but like New York really hasn't developed either of the teams. New York Mets or the Yankees really haven't developed much talent. They just they have 1 or 2 good prospects and they deal them and they sign a hole.
Yeah, but you look, and not the Mets aren't like that, but the Yankees, you've brought up Judge, you've got Cam.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got some guys. I mean, Wells is doing well.
Yeah.
Ben Rice. I mean, the problem with what the Yankees did so many years, and they didn't let these guys develop down, and they brought them up and traded them off, and then for somebody. So anybody that was decent, they just moved them.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And they're going to move some guys here in this summer. I know they are. So they got. I mean, but pitching right now is their biggest strength.
Yeah.
And especially the minors too. So it's going to be interesting. And they're going to bring up Lombard here at some point. He's probably the next third baseman.
He's got to see AAA first.
I really don't think teams care about AAA anymore. They love AA. Move them up, maybe a couple games, but then go to. I don't think they really cared that much about AAA anymore.
Okay, I don't think I have anything else for baseball. You?
Nope, I think that's it.
Alrighty, NFL draft was this past Thursday. We're not going to go over through every pick. That's just ridiculous. I'm going to read the first round, and then we can talk about anything you want after that, Roy. With the first pick, the Raiders took Fernando Mendoza, shock of the draft. Number 2, David Bailey goes to the Jets. Jeremiah Love goes 3 to the Cardinals. They were not able to trade out of that pick. Carnell Tate, probably the first real shock. I wouldn't say it's a bad pick, but like that's the first one that people didn't like predict in a way. Tennessee takes Carnell Tate. R.L. Reese slides the Giants at 5. Mansour Delane, the Chiefs trade up from 9 to 6 to grab Mansour Delane from Kansas City or from LSU. Sonny Styles goes to Washington. Jordan Tyson, first receiver off the board to the Saints at 8. Browns, after trading back, get Spencer Fanu, tackle from Utah. Francis Mauigoa goes 10 to the Giants, the pick they traded Dexter Lawrence for. So basically, Francis Mauigoa for Dexter Lawrence, 1-for-1 was the trade. Cowboys move up 1 pick to take Caleb Downs from Ohio State. Dolphins move down 1 pick to take Caden Proctor. The shock of the draft, which not even so much a shock, it was just the spot. Ty Simpson goes 13 to the Rams. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this guy's name. Anoy is his, I don't know. Guard from Penn State goes to Baltimore. Ruben Bain goes 15 to the Bucks. Kenyon Sadiq goes to the Jets. Blake Miller goes to the Lions at 17. Caleb Banks, another shock of the draft, goes 18 to the Vikings. Monroe Freeland goes to the Panthers. This was the funniest story of the draft. Makai Lemon goes to the 20 to the Eagles after trading with Dallas, while Makai Lemon's on the phone with the team after the Eagles, or the Cowboys in theory, saying they were going to take him. Funny situation. Max.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how to say this name. Something is Ohio State or Arizona State's tackle goes to Pittsburgh after their guy got taken. Akeem Mesidor from Miami goes to the Chargers. Malachi Lawrence, UCF edge, goes to Dallas 23 after trading back. Casey Concepcion to the Browns. Dylan Thiemann, 25 to the Bears. Keelan Rutledge, guard from Georgia Tech, goes to the Texans. Chris Johnson, San Diego State corner, goes to the Dolphins. Caleb Lomu goes to the Patriots. Peter Woods goes to the Chiefs. Omar Cooper Jr. goes to the Jets. Seldrick Fault goes to the Titans. And Jordan Price goes to the Seahawks at the end of the first. All right, Roy, anything you want to talk about from the draft?
Well, I mean, I got to give it up to Indiana, who never had a first-round draft pick, had 2 in the first round this time. Yep. Good for Fernando Mendoza and then Omar Cooper, both getting there. I had a couple surprises. I was really shocked that the Cardinals took Jeremiah Love at 3. I really did. But they already got 2 running backs. They just signed Algier. That surprised me. Ty Simpson obviously is the biggest surprise. I mean, how do you got a team that went to the conference, the conference championship game in the NFC, and you need to add some players, guard or defense or something, and you pick up a backup quarterback. That who I thought Ty Simpson is a good quarterback, but not a first round quarterback. I think that's a lot of people had him as. Yeah. I was kind of surprised by that. I really thought they had more to do. I thought there was a ton of trades. I just couldn't believe. I mean, it's just people moving up and down. I mean, you said in your lifetime you never had the Dallas move up for a guy, and then they go get freaking Caleb Downs, who is a good run defender. Cover guy, not a great cover guy, but that'll be interesting.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. This draft did not go how I expected for the most part, especially in the middle. The early, it always kind of goes close because you kind of know this team's going to take an edge. Who do they like more? But Arizona couldn't get off the pick. I agree. I don't love the Jeremiah Love pick, but if he's the best player in the class a year from now and you took him at 3, did they need him? No, but I'd rather them pick Jeremiah Love than them try to take a tackle and he busts after 3 years. So, they're so bad that they needed so many positions. I don't hate it as much because even if they don't need running back, they need a whole lot else elsewhere. Doesn't matter if you have Jeremiah Love there or if you take a tackle, you're probably not winning any games with no quarterback. So, whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't love the Carnell Tate pick. I'm not a big Carnell Tate fan. He's never been a number 1 anywhere. To be number 4 to Tennessee is I get it. I get their mindset. They want to get a playmaker in that offense, and I get it. But I don't know if that was the guy in the
But you
spot.
could have traded back to get him and
I don't
maybe
know.
got to pick up. But that, I mean, yeah, I've watched Carnell Tate a bunch. Good receiver. Not a number one. Never been number one at Ohio State, and I just been they could have, like I said, could have got moved back and got him and maybe some draft capital. But
Yeah. Then I get to 5, and this is the first one. Everyone loves this pick. I thought Arvell Reese has a chance to be a study. Super raw, super crazy athlete. The Giants have like 6 of these guys. They keep drafting the same player. They don't have room for them because they can't all get on the field at the same time. They got to trade people. They keep drafting D-line and trading D-line. It's a constant rotation. I like Arvell Reese a lot. I'm not very upset that he went to the Giants because I just don't think that they're good at developing that type of player. They're just not right now. I don't care if John Harbaugh's now
new
there.
coaching staff, new
manager. It's the same guy every year. Mansour Delane, this is where I got very nervous in the draft. I needed Dallas to come away with one of 3 players. Delane, Downs, or Sonny Styles. And my order was Styles, Downs, Delane. I expected us to get Mansour Delane. And when the Chiefs jumped to go to 6, I did not think they were taking Delane. And when they did, I went, oh, shit. Because I knew Washington was going to take Sonny Styles with the next pick. So then you had to get through the Saints, the Browns, the Giants, and at the time, the Dolphins to get Downs. And I didn't think there was any way they was falling. Sonny Styles, great pick. I think Sonny Styles is going to be a really good player. I don't know much about Jordan Tyson. I didn't watch Arizona State much.
He's an okay receiver.
Yeah. I think the Giants missed. I think their pick should have been Caleb Downs at 10 personally. But if Francis Mauigoa becomes an all-guard or all-pro tackle, I'm sure you take it with Jackson Dart. Dallas taking Caleb Downs was great value at 11. We traded, I know we haven't gotten to this yet. We traded 2 fifths to go up 1 pick. And then to go back 3 spots from 20 to 23, we got 2 fourths. And we got the same player who they said they were taking at 20. So if that's who they want, that's who they want. I'm not going to discredit who they take, but that's a great trade. I thought Dallas crushed this draft in all aspects. They went 5 of 7 picks on defense. They got a lot of good difference makers. And then I think, again, you get to the bottom half. I mean, you'll see. The last pick I'll talk about is the Ty Simpson pick. If any other team did this pick, I would absolutely throttle this team and say they're an idiot. I still don't like the pick. You have Matthew Stafford. You have a fairly young team outside of Matthew Stafford, I would say. You're 1 win away from going to the Super Bowl. I think we all know that if you gave Sean McVay 2 weeks to prep a Super Bowl instead of 6 days for a normal game, he'd probably pull some shit out of his ass and put a pretty good game plan together. Do I hate the pick? No, because I do. If anyone's going to develop Ty Simpson, that's probably a pretty good team to do it. And if he turns out to be a good quarterback in the NFL, I'll use Jordan Love as an example, waits 2 years or so, and then plays a 10-year career, it's probably not that bad of a pick. But I don't like it for what the Rams are trying to do now, and I think that's where everyone's at. Again, I don't hate the pick because if they do develop him, it is a decent pick at 13, and he's pretty young still. I just didn't like it for the team. I think that team's close enough to go. I mean, picking a player that's not a quarterback at 13 is not really going all in, but still, we'll see. We'll have to see. I didn't like the pick then. Other than that, though, the bottom was, once you get past like 15, it's kind of, a haywire.
Well, I think after you get the first 5, then it's just what people need, and after that, it's just who's the best player available for that team, and so it doesn't really matter. I mean, people can say, "Hey, we drafted this guy, that guy, whatever." It doesn't really matter. That now, if you look at the statistics, only 20% pan out, so it's not like it's something huge through the 20, through all this. So we'll just, it's a draft. That's all I looked at it.
Yeah. I don't really have anything else.
Nope.
All right. Takes us to our games, Roy. You got a game?
I do. I have a new game for you.
Okay.
So I saw this on TikTok, so I wanted to. So I'm gonna start with the Yankees.
Okay.
I'm gonna name. This is what I'm gonna do. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players. Okay. I'm gonna name where they've been, and you're gonna have to tell me what team or what player that is. They're all from the
Are
Yankees.
these guys currently on the Yankees, or they just played on the
They're
Yankees?
all currently on the Yankees right now.
Okay, I got you.
All right, so I'll start with the easy one. He played for the Dodgers, Cubs, Yanks.
Cody Bellinger.
Yep. Another easy one. Diamondbacks, Cards, Yanks.
Paul Goldschmidt. Roy, I might not miss one.
Okay.
Just letting you know.
All right, Mariners, Rays, Yanks.
Jose Caballero.
A's, Mets, Yanks.
A's, Mets, Yankees. Ooh, we have a guy who's played for the A's and then lastly played for the Mets. I'm thinking of pitching first. It's not a pitcher. I mean, like a starter per se. Maybe a bullpen arm. A's, Mets, Yankees. Third base is McMahon. Short, no. Second, no. First, no. Catcher, no. Outfield spots, no. Got to be a pitcher in the bullpen. Duvall, no. Bednar, no. Who else is in that pen? Not Cruz. Not Tim Hill. Can I skip?
I mean, yeah, if you want to go back to it, I guess. All right, next one. Royals, Padres, White Sox, Yanks.
Tim Hill.
Yep.
Yes.
I
didn't know he played for the Royals.
Yep. Rays, Royals, Dodgers, Blue Jays, Yanks.
Ryan Yarborough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking in my head when on the one I skipped was Yarborough.
Okay, then the Cards, Blue Jays, Rockies, Angels, Diamondbacks, Royals, Yanks.
Grichuk.
Yep. So A's, Mets, Yanks. Do you know that one?
A's, Mets, Yankees. Man, it's not okay. I'm gonna go. I'm almost certain it's got to be someone in the pen, but I'm gonna go through the diamond. It's not Wells, and it's not a Scar. At least I don't think it's a Scar. If it's a Scar, I don't know if he played for any other team. First base, it can't be Rice, it can't be Goldschmidt. Second base, it can't be Cabby, and it can't be Jazz. Short, it's not Volpe, it's not Cabby, it's not Ryan McMahon. Say the teams again.
A's, Mets, and Yanks.
A's, Mets, and Yankees. No, Rosario played for Cleveland at some point. It's not Belly. It's got to be a pitcher. I've gone through a run the outfield.
It's a pitcher. I'll give you
I
that.
know it is. Starting rotation is.
It's not starting. I'll give you relief pitching.
I know it's a reliever. Okay, who's in our bullpen?
And he might not be in there right now. He was.
Well, I know a name, but I don't know if he's played for anyone else other than us. Is that lefty? What's his name? Hedrick. I don't know where Hedrick's play. I'm gonna say Hedrick.
No.
Who is it?
Paul Blackburn.
Oh yeah. I don't even know if he's at Paul Blackburn. Is he still?
I'm looking to see if he's even.
I mean, he's made a couple appearances. I know that. Yeah, I did. I wasn't pulling that.
I really thought
he's definitely been on the roster this year. I just don't know if he still is.
He's not right now. Not on the active roster right now.
He's on the 40 man.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's in AAA because I have the 40 man up. Oh, Giancarlo just hit the IL officially. Oh wait, no, he didn't. Yeah, okay. I'm okay with that mess.
So what I'm going to do is start. I'm going to go another team next week.
Okay.
I'll just do probably 6 players.
All right, that's cool. I like that game. I mean, Paul Blackburn's a tough pull, but I do like that game. All right, Roy. I got my game. I put in a tough question in here.
Mm-hmm.
Tough question. It's question number 6, the last one. I changed it up.
Great.
So it starts the same, but I have made it a little bit tougher. I would say there's 2 tough questions in here. Number 1, can you name me a current player who plays for the Astros?
I can.
Okay.
Do I want to?
Just think it could be a trap.
I know, because I had one right off the bat.
I know who you're thinking, and you know who I'm thinking too.
Because I'm afraid.
Did I do the trap, Roy?
I was gonna say Jose Altuve.
Is that your guess?
Yeah, because you went with
I'm
him.
never picking that cheating.
I was like, did he do it this time?
I literally had his name down, and I went, I'm not putting this name down. I won't do it. I put Yordan Alvarez.
Oh, Cam Smith was the other one I had in my mind.
That would have been a good one. I wouldn't have. I knew you were going to say Altuve, but I was like, I can't.
Well, I was gonna. It was coming out of my mouth immediately, and I thought, oh wait, is he tricking me this one?
Okay, question number 2. And you should name me a current right-handed hitter only, no switch, from the American League West.
Brent Rooker. I think he's right-handed, isn't he?
He is right-handed.
Is that who you had?
And Brent Rooker is my second answer.
Are you serious? On an A's team?
Brent Rooker eliminates you, Roy. Yeah, I'm locked in early.
I thought for no way you had Brent Rooker.
Brent Rooker is my pick. Next one, I'm going to keep going because I want to see if you can answer the last question. I need you to name me any Blue Jays player in the last 10 years.
Blue Jays player in the last 10 years, Bo Bichette.
That is right. I put Yankees legend Marcus Stroman.
Gosh. You liked him. I did not.
No, he was good his first season. He was awful.
I never even liked him in his first season.
He was just fine his first year. He was just awful his second year. Next one. I need you to give me an active player who has started an all-star game pitching. Any year. It's an active player, though, that has started an all-star game. So there's 2 every year, Roy.
I know. Paul Skeens. I mean, you probably put that.
He has. I don't have to look him up. I was just getting ready to do it. He has started an all-star game. I went with Max Scherzer. I tried to give a safe pick for you.
Well, I was because Clayton Kershaw is not an active player anymore.
Nope. I mean, there's quite a few that are the answers, but that is one. I don't have to look it up. Number 5. I need you to name me any Braves outfielder ever.
Dale Murphy.
I was really hoping I would pick one off right here. I'll put Deion Sanders.
No, I don't even think about him playing football or playing baseball.
Yep. Okay, this last one I have to switch to the answer key. I need you to give me an active player, Roy, who has hit for the cycle in their career once, at least once.
And a cycle?
I took a screenshot of the names, Roy. It's a lot more than you think. Now, it's not like 25 of them, but it's a lot more than you would think.
An active player that has hit for the cycle. I would probably guess somebody like Ellie De La Cruz.
So you are correct. I did put Ellie De La Cruz as well. Before I looked at this, I knew he had one. But I will read you the list of names who have one. Shohei Ohtani.
Oh,
Evan
really?
Longoria is not active. Luis Ariz has one. Cedric Mullins has one.
Really, Louis?
Jake Cronenworth has one. Carson Kelly had one last year. Byron Buxton, Ellie De La Cruz, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, Nolan Arenado, and this was the craziest one for me. Trey Turner and Christian Yelich have both hit for the cycle 3 times.
Really? I mean, I think Trey Turner, I could tell, but I did not. Some of
Yelich hit 2 of them in the same year in 2018. That's got to be right around when he had those MVP years.
Mm-hmm.
And then he had one in 2022. Trey Turner's is 17, 19, and 21. And then, they're just riddled. Ohtani's is the 19, Luis Ariz in 23, Mullins 23, Cronenworth 21, Kelly's was last year in 25, Buxton was in 25.
I mean, some of these names, I don't see Ariz even hitting for cycle because he doesn't hit very many home runs. He's not the fastest guy in the world, so I figured the triple would be out of the clue.
Yep.
Wow. Nope.
But yeah.
Did not see that coming.
All right, well, I'll take another win, Roy. All right, I don't think I have anything else. You, Roy?
Nope, I'm good.
Hit the like button, subscribe, comment. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Peace.